everybody, this is the beginning of our glazing. So you will have 4 cups that have 4 different glaze colors. Glaze is pretty thick, it's a little thicker than our gloss glaze. I am using a plate from last year, or a bowl actually, in the classroom, just to show you a few samples to see what happens when you glaze. So my first section, I have a very thick layer, which is how we should paint, maybe even thicker than that. My second section is using my paintbrush and brushing it on so it's almost see-through. Then I'm going to do the same thing with another color, yellow. And then I'm going to paint a thicker layer of yellow. So I'm using the side of the brush. I'm almost just dabbing on the glaze but spreading it out. So it's not as much as brushing it thin. I want to have a thick, thick layer. All right, so our glaze is really, really, really light and it comes out extremely dark. The last thing I'm going to do here is just show you how you can mix colors. We'll be mixing colors almost the whole year. So anytime you need a certain color, if you're not sure what you should mix it to make it, let me know. But we all learned about the color wheel, so you can follow along with that. I added some white to my yellow. So this will be a light yellow. And I'm going to just, again, try to brush with a very thick coating. At the end, if you think that it is sort of see-through, you can add a second layer. So it's fine to let it dry and paint right over it. So that's my yellow. And again, I want it to have kind of a thick layer, maybe even so that I don't even see that texture on my bowl. You can see this bowl has some line texture on it. So I'm trying to kind of add a thick coating on top of that. And again, if you want to really add a lot of glaze, let it dry and add a second layer. Okay, in a minute here, we're going to see what the kiln does. Remember, this is our glass. So it turns into a glass coating on our art. This is food-safe glaze, so you can eat off of whatever it is you're adding it to. It is going to have a shine like glass. That is my dried up glaze. It's even lighter when it dries. So this is not pink. I am not painting this bowl pink. You will see what it looks like when it comes out of the kiln. So here it is out of the kiln. I'm at home ready to paint my turkey. That is the red. You can see the lighting is showing you the shine to show it's glass. You can see my light yellow is very solid on there. My yellow is pretty solid. Then we come to the two really, really, really thin layers. Now I can feel the clay through that. It is not a proper coating of glass. It's a wonderful technique for art to be artistic, but you wouldn't be able to eat out of this bowl if you painted it like those two in the middle that are really, really thin. So think about that when you're designing anything of what you're going to be using it for. So that's what our colors look like. So you're going to get 4. They come in a container that has a snap lid. You need to make sure the lid is snapped on so they don't dry out. And then I have provided everybody with 1 brush, but if you have any other brushes you'd like to use at home, feel free to. If you have smaller brushes, that's great for small detail. When I paint my turkey, I use a toothpick to put the dot for the eye on. So there's a lot of random things you can find at home to use. And here we have our artist palette we get to use to mix colors. All right, so the next video is just showing you how to make the turkey. I hope this was a good little help for the colors.